Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Space Angel in the story of The Visitor from Outer Space.
It reminds me of when I was a little tacker still back home. We had similar setups and it's kind of disappearing here a bit, so it's really nice that you keep it up, especially here in the town. Definitely. I mean, I look kind of normal nowadays, but look at you, that's the place where you go when you don't quite fit into everything and just have some fun and no one is there.
My name is Toby Verhagen and I've worked here since about January, so a couple months now. I just really enjoy music. Yeah, any music is good music. For best parts, probably you just get to hang out and watch some cool bands all the time. Favourite band or Patio Living, who's on tonight, is pretty good, and Contraband, big fan of Contraband.
Oh, na 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 na.
It's laid back and it feels pretty cruisy, like no stress, and you just want to lay back and relax, you know. My daughter likes Red Bull, and I was hoping they'd do an all ages gig. As soon as found out doing an all ages gig, yeah, straight on, you've got to come see them. And that's the best thing. And then she likes the band, so come up and get her to enjoy it. We've come from Donnybrook, so it's a fair way from all ages. Yeah. Enjoy the weekend away with the kids.
I do a lot of things. I'm a musician and I'm a music industry professional. I've been a musician for sort of 15, 20 years, playing a lot of different bands, but my current band is called Web Rumours, which is kind of like new wave, alt pop kind of 80s stuff. I work at West Australian Music as the audience development officer. It's basically like how do we engage new audiences with local music in Western Australia, and how do we deepen the engagement of existing audiences. And I also run a program called Girls Rock WA. You know, I mean, music itself obviously offers people a way of getting through life that is other than, you know, not having art, or, you know, whatever that might look like if there was no art. So, you know, the role of music in our lives is so profound. It's affirming, it's, you know, it's joyful, you know, it provides all of these things that I think, you know, other things don't. You know, it's the role of art in the world. For young people, like for everyone really, but it starts when you're young, having some kind of creative outlet is like one of the most important things in terms of developing, like, you know, your way of expressing yourself and your sense of self. I know for me, there's things about writing music that express something about me that I can't express any other way. And that's not as simple as just like, these are the words that I write and they say something that I can't say. It's actually the process of creating something out of nothing. There's no other part of my life where I do that I make something out of nothing, you know, and it's just me and my creative process. So I think, you know, for mental health, for self-expression, for feeling like you're part of a community, like, you know, when you're part of the music community, suddenly you just like got all these people around you. I remember when I first started volunteering at like RTR FM, I was like, oh my God, here's all my people. Like, I just wondered where I'd spent like 25 years thinking that those people didn't exist. So I think belonging to something, that sense of identity, like as a young person, it's just so important. There's a space there, you know, where people feel like they belong to something and you can experience something really, really special, and that can change your life, you know, for good. You know, like the first gig that you go to or whatever can be such a profound thing, and you're like, this is what, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Yeah, I've been across HQ for a long time. We used to put gigs on there through Rock Scholars, so at Rock Scholars, we put on gigs at a whole range of venues. The venue is really, really, really important. There need to be more of them. You know, I think particularly, it puts a lot of pressure to have one venue that's kind of doing that. But yeah, it's a great place. For mental health, for self-expression, for feeling like you're part of a community as a young person, it's just so important.
So you didn't come home, and I chased the rocks. Don't you dare come home, 'cause I'm pissed off.
Jared, do you know the words to this song? Can you sing, I'm a fucked up? Impressed.
I'm a fuck.
I'm going straight to hell.